recording. It is live. Everything that's happening is happening right now, but it's being recorded so that in the future, you can watch the past. You're welcome. Now, let me explain a couple of things. We have, everyone is muted except for me, and I have all the control. And that is so we can do this show. Because it's comedy in the time of COVID, we just have 5 minutes for each performer, and we'll have 4 performers. If I do pull your name out of the hat, I'll put you in the spotlight like I am right now and unmute you, and you'll have the 5 minutes. At the 4-minute mark, I'm gonna do this in my camera. You're 4 minutes, but you won't hear me say that. It'll just be that. And if you still are going at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm gonna mute you and pull the spotlight. This is because it's comedy in the time of COVID, and this is desperate times. And I have the basic Zoom membership. So we have 40 minutes to do this show, people, before Zoom pulls it. So that's why I ask you all to respect the 5-minute mark. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, so our names that are going into this hat are Jonathan Applefield. They're backwards, aren't they? Or are they? Jeff Bissett, Susan Kokalis, Jenny Davies, Daniel Fogarty, Peggy Gruen, Katrina Hawley, Joe Capinos, Ben May, and Indra Tracy. So they're all going into the hat. Now, what else I want to tell you? Oh, pals, because you're muted, we can't hear all the laughter and the fun and the cheers and the, oh, I love that, so there's a chat function. It is a real hat. And not only a real hat, this was Peter Flynn Sr.'s hat. And it's not a real feather. Isn't that amazing? So realistic. So in the hat they go. You'll see the chat function that is down in the lower right quadrant of your computer. If you don't see it, wave your cursor around your screen and you'll see a little chat bubble. Click on that and it'll pop up for you. Let's keep the chats kind and appreciative because it's comedy in the time of COVID. It's rough. And people need kindness. So feel free to chat your appreciation and your laughter. All right, I think we're ready. I just have one observation about this time. I think we could start having a game show called Would You Touch It? And you have somebody with a camera on the street, socially distant, and you place in front of them a countertop, a doorknob, and a piece of shit. And you say, what would you touch? Maybe that's the name of it. What would you touch? And I'm a betting person, and I would bet that 9 out of 10 times that person's gonna say, I will touch that shit. Give me that shit. Because I would totally choose E. coli over COVID any day. So that's just one insight I have. Would you touch it? I think we're ready. Are we ready for our first performer tonight who's gonna show us some comedy in the time of COVID in 5 minutes or less? Here we go. Here we go. So please welcome to the Hello You virtual stage. Gotta find the person, gotta put me back in gallery. Look at everybody. Are you all listed as, how am I gonna find everyone? There we are. All right, please welcome to the Hello You Spotlight virtual stage, Daniel Fogarty, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take Daniel off of mute. I haven't started your time yet, Daniel, don't worry.
Hello, everyone. How we doing? So I'm here in my house dress because this is what I wear in the home, okay? I'm not dressing up for nobody. I'm not dressing up for you, okay? Because I'm at home thanks to Miss Coronavirus, okay? So y'all, I can't with coronavirus. She is ruining my life. And I know these other people, there are other people that are like, oh my God, I'm taking this to be creative. I'm taking this to be pursuing my dream. Well, you know what? I'm not. And I'm here to speak for the people that are emotionally ruined by Miss Coronavirus like me. See, I'm like Tinkerbell, you know? Tinkerbell, she dies when people don't believe in her, okay? I die when I don't get enough attention, okay? And Miss Coronavirus, she's making me nervous, okay? She's making me nervous. She's making me scared. I can't even do my favorite things anymore. Like, I went the other day to order some food, some takeout, make me feel better. Normally, it's a spiritual experience for me, okay? Miss Coronavirus ruined that. I'm like, yes, I'm getting a quesadilla. Like, this is everything. She's everything, okay? But I show up to get my food, and the restaurant is pitch black, okay? And they got that, except for a light in the back, they got that nasty backlighting, that makes anyone look scary. And they're all behind the counter, 10 feet away, and they're all standing there like, and I'm just like, what? Like, is my quesadilla ready? Like, and they hold my bag, and they're like, is this a drug deal? I moved to Massachusetts so I wouldn't have to do drug deals anymore, okay? I can't live with that environment. I can't do it. Miss Coronavirus is ruining my life. I had a breakdown, y'all, in a convenience store the other day, a breakdown. That poor man had to see this. And this cry, I don't recommend that to anyone, to any of you. So I went, y'all know I'm a country bitch. I went to go feel myself. I was gonna go in the woods. It makes me feel better. It's my roots, okay? And Miss Coronavirus shut down Acadia Trails. I can't go down there. I can't get in touch with myself. And I was like, you know what? It's gonna be okay, Daniel. It's gonna be okay, because I looked up earlier and my favorite falafel at Miss Pita Pocket in Northampton was open. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get some falafel and it's gonna make everything better. I don't need to go in the woods, Daniel. And then I show up to Miss Falafel, Miss Pita Pocket, and she's closed. She's closed. I broke down, y'all. That was it for me. I went into that gas station, I went in that gas station, y'all, to get me some snacks, because I couldn't get my falafel. I couldn't get it. Miss Coronavirus done broke me down, and I started crying. That gas station employee had to wipe my tears off the floor afterward. You know how much tears come out of a big bitch like me? You could slip and fall on that shit, okay? So you know what, Miss Coronavirus? You've broken me. You've broken me. Thank you.
Oh, Daniel. Dan, look at the cheers. Oh, Daniel, thank you for being our first participant in today's performer in today's. Sorry, I'm doing many things at one time. There's a lot happening here. First performer in our Hello You virtual open mic, and first one to smoke a J, and maybe not the last, given our comedy in the time of COVID. So there's so many firsts awaiting us, people. So many firsts. All right, let's keep it going, shall we? I mean, tick, 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 tick. So from the next screen, oh, one flew out. Did you see that? It shows itself. It is Jonathan Applefield. I hope you're here, Jonathan. I gotta go find you. Jonathan, put something in your screen that's big so I could, there you are. No, now you just turned into Nita Brand. Oh, there you are. Okay, Jonathan, let's welcome Jonathan Applefield, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by, Jonathan. Hold it. We're getting there. I got you. There's so many. J, K, J, O. John, don't walk away. There we go. You're on.
I'm with you. Hello, everybody. Hello. Like most of you, I've been socially distancing. I decided to take the comfort of home, and I'm hanging out with my 84-year-old mom. It's been interesting. Talk about social isolation. You know, it's like up in the ante when you're home with mom, and you know, she's wonderful, love her, but you know, your imagination runs away with itself when you're isolated. You know, when you're isolated, it goes strange places. So I was thinking, you know, what would happen? You know, I've had a fair bit of therapy, and I know myself pretty well, so I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now. But I was thinking, what would happen if we had like a seriously depressed commander-in-chief in the White House? So this is my thought about what it would be like with a depressive commander-in-chief. My fellow Americans, at this time of economic strife and social isolation, our nation is besieged from an invisible cure, an invisible curse, and productivity is ground to a halt. I can honestly say, in this environment, I feel, well, right at home. More prepared to lead than ever. With psychological alienation and chronic dysphoria and crippling anxiety, I've been preparing for this my whole life. I mean, I have been socially isolating and sheltering in place since the 8th grade. I am the quintessential COVID president. My normal is your new normal. Thank you very much.
All right, that's it. Jonathan stepped away from the screen and the mic. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, Mr. President. I think it's safe to say we would all take that kind of leadership at this time. Gang, I was thinking, this is so exciting. I'm looking at this with new eyes, improv appreciation, trying to like hone that, but oh, okay. Oh God, 10 minutes. I got the 10-minute mark. Good God, how did this all happen? All right, speaker view. I gotta get back to gallery. Things are fine. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. Let's just get this next next speaker going, shall we? This next, oh, there you are, Jonathan. I gotta mute you there. There we go. Okay. So our next performer, there we are, our next performer. 5 good breaths, but I don't have time for them. Okay. Our next speaker, or our next performer, I've been on too many Zoom meetings. Joe Capinos is here. Joe Capinos, where the hell are you? All right, this is exciting. Joe, do some, there you are, there you are. Hi there. All right, I'm bringing Joe up, and then I got Joe. I'm gonna unmute you. Stand by. I don't have you going yet. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Okay, this is exciting. So much learning happening. So much learning. Okay, go, Joe, go.
I'm muted. Boom. Good to go. Happier Valley. It's so great to see all your beautiful faces. I'm doing my best to grow out my own Corona conspiracy beard right now. Every time I read a new conspiracy, I gain a 1/4 inch on my beard. So I'm doing pretty damn good right now, if I do say so myself. But like, I don't know, I was sitting there thinking today, like, I haven't been able to do comedy and I haven't been able to watch comedy in so long that like, I wasn't sure like what I was gonna do to fill that void in my life. And what I started doing was I just started watching the president talk at all. And like, I know you're not supposed to laugh at what a president says because like it's supposed to be like a position of like, you know, respect and blah, blah, blah. And you shouldn't like make fun of them. But everything that Donald Trump like says lately is so out of this like left field fucking shit that I can't help but laugh at it. And it brings me like joy to realize like, I don't know, he just says dumb shit. So like, I was watching him do an interview the other day and he was talking about how like, Walgreens, Walmart, and all this shit was like, these people were gonna start helping out. So he was going to introduce the fucking dude from CVS. He's like, I want to introduce Mark so-and-so from CVS, okay? This is Mark so-and-so from CVS. You all know CVS, right? CVS is great. Okay, here's the guy from CVS. And I'm like, bro, how many times can you say CVS in like 3 seconds? Like, he literally was just going, CVS. And I fucking loved it. So I started paying more attention. He was talking about a transition plan. We have a transition plan for Corona. He's like, I just want to let the American people know, okay? We have got a transition plan in place, okay? We've got a quality transition plan. I've seen the transition plan. Guys, it's a great transition plan. I think you're going to like it. Bro, you didn't tell us about the plan. Like, you just said transition plan. I don't even fucking know. Like, what are we doing at this point, bro? Like, what is happening? And then I fucking watched like the very beginning of Corona, right? So it was like what Trump was saying when Corona first got here. And then it went to like, what is he saying now? So it started back in January and it was like a montage video through the calendar of like him saying like 10-second clips of just shit, right? He was like, back in January, he's like, Corona's not that bad. Don't worry about it. Things are just fine. Corona's a China thing, okay? Corona's in China. We're not in China. We don't got to worry about Corona. It's over in China. Next day, it's not a big deal. It's over in China. China. And it kept bouncing with China's. He's like, by mid-February, it's a big hoax, okay, people? It's just a hoax. Don't even worry about it. It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. We get to March, like 2 days before this shit pops up and they shut us down. He goes, it's not a big deal. We have it under control. 1 day of silence, which is amazing for Donald Trump. Next day, America, we've got a huge problem, okay? There's a big problem with Corona. Corona is no longer in China, okay? We have Corona in America. And I'm like, bro, you can't just say what you want all the goddamn time. That's what's making me drink this gin and tonic. But either way, you know what? I love it. It keeps me sane. And in this time, I think you need anything you can do to stay sane. So you know what? If you have to watch the president talk at all, just try to laugh. Because he says some really funny shit, even though he doesn't mean to. Kelsey, we're running out of time. I'm going to pass it back to you because I know technology's crazy. Thank y'all for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers. And we're still going. That's okay. I'm just going to keep talking.
You know. No. Wait, am I muted? Can you hear me? Can you people, you cannot hear me. Wait, you can hear me. All right, great. Yeah, gang, thank you, Joe Capinos. Thank you. Guys, we've got 4.5 minutes left. Go to your chat and tell me, for those in your hat, in the hat, do you want me to pull a name and you got like 3 minutes? What do you think? Or should we just go for, we'll be back again. We're going to do this again. We're going to upgrade. 2 more names. I don't have time for 2 more names. You got 3 minutes. Why don't you start another meeting? I know I can't. I got children tied up in the bathroom that is closed behind me. So I can't do that. All right, one more. All right, here we go. One more. Ben May. You can say no, but you ready? All right, let's go, dude. Let's go. Woo, Ben May. Spotlight video. Taking you off mute. Go for it.
And tonic, here we go. All right, I'll keep this short. So I was at the grocery store the other day, which is not something I should be doing, and I feel terrible about it because Lord knows whatever's in my body is just going to go out into the world, and that's just not a good idea. But I realized it's more apropos than ever for it to be called a grocery store, because usually when you go to the grocery store, you get groceries. But now when I go to a grocery store, I simply get grocery because there is nothing there. The last time I went to the grocery store, the grocery that I got was pasta. And pasta was cleared out. There was absolutely nothing for pasta, which was mind-blowing, but then it made sense. But then I started to look closer and realized the types of pasta that people weren't taking. And I had some thoughts about that. First of all, bow tie pasta, nobody's touching, which I don't get that. I mean, it all tastes the same, people. Like, it's not going to taste like a bow tie. It's not going to taste like a butterfly. Just, I know it gets a bad rep because it has pasta salad, and pasta salad is just pasta and mayonnaise, and who wants that? But like, come on, none of that. But there's some hope in the world because nobody is touching lasagna noodles. And that is a good thing because lasagna, I'm going to tell you right now, is absolutely overrated. And I've thought about this. Imagine the amount of work you put into lasagna. You put a layer, you put a layer, you put a layer, you put a layer, you put a layer. You put it in an oven for 40 minutes. It's a whole production. It's a whole thing to do. And then you slice it out, and then it just turns into nothing. Absolute mush. It's like Jenga. It just falls apart entirely. Imagine you're having a cake, and as soon as you take a slice, it falls apart. And then in the middle, there's the ricotta cheese. It's the absolute worst. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for having me. Good night. Be safe. Drive safe. Don't cough on anyone. Don't sneeze on anyone. Good night.
Ben May, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all the love, Ben, here. I'm going to keep it on gallery. Look at all the love and the laughter. People, we got 1:20, so I'm going to take all of it to say that this was awesome. This was super fun, and all the chatting is happening, and there's so much love in this this matrix. So we're going to do it again, and we're going to fix it so there's not a time limit. We're still going to have a limit of how many performers, but we're still we won't be working up against Zoom time. It'll be our time in here in Happier Valley community. It's our time. Quick, what movie? Chat, anything? This is our time. Anybody? Goonies. It's Goonies. Okay, so people, great, thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I think we're gonna do this in 2 weeks, so that's gonna be April 10th. So everyone will get the links and get all of the information. And kisses, everyone. Blow kisses. We can all see each other, more or less. All of these beautiful people. Wash your hands. Go wash your hands now. I love and care for each of you. And thank you for being here tonight, everybody. And